Hi, welcome to Almost Fall. If you're watching this video in current times, it is the end of August and we're going to be officially moving into fall, September 22nd, 2020. However, now is the time to start welcoming and preparing for the fall season. In this video, I'm going to give you 3 actions that you can take today to start welcoming fall. I'm Malerie, a physician of classical Chinese medicine, and the actions that I'm going to be presenting to you today are really based in Eastern medicine, Chinese medicine philosophy. So the 3 ways to welcome are going to be to eat, to reflect, and to refresh. When we are in summer, we have the warmth of the summer heat, and that heat is charging up our whole body. Everybody loves the sun, whether you want to be in it or you just want it out. And that sun also charges our digestive system, so we're able to digest cold and raw foods and juices a whole lot easier than we can in the cooler months like fall and winter. With that, I want to encourage you to eat more warm cooked foods, not only warm in temperature, but also warm in nature. I have a whole blog post detailing out more specifically these 3 ways to welcome in fall. So click in the link below and you'll find a whole list of the foods that I recommend. The reason why we want to change the way that we're eating is because we don't have the fieriness of the heat and the sun around us to charge up and help us to digest that food. So now we need to start using the fire that's within our home, whether it's the grill or the oven or the gas stove or the electric stove, to warm up and break down our foods for us. When we do this, then we take away so much of the burden for the digestive system to have to break down that raw food from beginning to end, whereas the cooking process gives us that jump start. The second way to welcome in fall is going to be to reflect. So we have been in a very interesting time right now. A lot of us did not expect the changes that we were thrown into. And offering yourself an evening or a couple days to sit down with either yourself or friends and family, maybe even a journal, to just reflect on the months past. So whether it be from August 2019 to present, or even the past 2 months, or the beginning of 2020. What this reflection does is allows you to really start to see and internalize the accomplishments that you've made, maybe some disappointments or the choices that you've made, the way that you've handled specific situations, losses and gains, whether they're personal or professional. And that then will allow you to see where you want to go from this point forward and how you can improve on some of the choices that you've made or the decisions or how you want your life to be. I love doing this exercise. I actually do it monthly, and I want to get into the habit of doing it weekly because it starts to give us that opportunity again to see some patterns that we've developed, whether it's patterns in our thoughts, patterns in our emotions, or even in our actions. And sometimes it allows us to see how the people around us are responding as well, and if we're responding to them or in our best interest. Okay, the 3rd way to welcome in fall is one of my favorite because it brings in the element of feng shui, which is all about design and designing your home and clearing out clutter and really offering your space the most optimal way for you to flow and move through. And when I use the word optimal, I mean the way that you can not only welcome in yourself, but also the things that you want to do, how you want to see the world, and how you want to welcome in the people that come into your space. I have a link below to a really great feng shui book that you can see as well. I'm sorry, it's in the post, so you'll want to click on the post. But what this refresh is all about is clearing out clutter, whether you do it the KonMari way that's gotten really popular in 2019, or you just do it your own way. Make sure that you read my post for some of the questions that I have you asking yourself as you donate things, get rid of things, put things in storage, or even just move things around so that you have that refresh in your space. A really good friend of mine and practitioner, she loves feng shui so much. She's always reorganizing her space. And as I listen to her talk each time she's reorganizing, I can just see how her brain is having to adapt to the reorganization. So your brain then has to go, something's different here. How do I figure this out? How do I figure out how to be in this situation, and what is this going to make me more available to? So not only are we just refreshing physically, but we're also going to be refreshing internally as we get rid of things. Maybe bring in a few new things like a new lamp or some flowers or something decorative, or even a mirror, a new piece of furniture. And it gives the brain an opportunity to have that refresh. I've used the word opportunity a lot during these 3 ways to welcome in fall. And that's because opportunities are for you. They're for you to look into and to dive into. And an opportunity gives us so many different choices and options. And it's not until we start working on that opportunity that do we start to see all the goodness that it's going to unfold. I really hope that you decide to dive into all 3 of these ways to welcome in fall. Again, for probably the too manyth time, but make sure that you check out my post because it just gives more information on how to really dive into these practices.